Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 33 Men's Voice podcast here at the Blacknificent Studios and on YouTube at Blacknificent Media. We come your way this evening here with good news. Good news. If you are somebody who believe in family, who believe in marriage, who believe in meaningful, healthy relationship, this is a story you will love, and I know you will share it to the four corners of the world. What happened? Watch this. This is a woman from Nigeria by the name Minze on Twitter or X. Now, Twitter is now called X. So, this amazing woman here is a wife who tweeted somebody's post. So let me get that post, how the whole story happened, on the screen for you. Okay. So Nigerians have sent a strong message against feminism, telling feminists that no. You are not the one that we want to spend our money on. You know, I've told you, as a man, try to identify a feminist. Never waste your money on a feminist. Never waste your time on a feminist. And most importantly, never give your sperm to a feminist. They will not make good use of it. They will use your time, your money, and your sperm to create another of themselves. And that is Kosnanti. In Ghana, we call it Obregu. You understand? So, a conversation started on Twitter where a woman posted that I know a girl who wakes up at 4:30, 5:50, whatever, to cook for her husband. Okay, so let me quote her. Let me quote the story. Okay, it's on the screen. So it reads: there is a lady that wakes up at 5 a.m. to make her husband's lunch for work. Okay? And then Minze came and said that I've always been too lazy to wake up and get his lunch ready. But the day he told me a colleague brought 2 spoons so he will eat with her was the day I set my alarm to 5 a.m. Let me see if I can, as usual. Oh, nice one. See, 2024, we are going to give you everything, jeje, good pictures and all of that. If you have to read, we'll make it readable for you, our viewers. So this is what started this whole conversation that has brought a good tidings to this woman and her family. Now, so the first story that has changed a woman's life, a good wife's life, here is it. And there's a lot of things we're going to learn about this. How the feminists wanted this story to go. And also something that men should know about women, female nature. Now let's go. So Miss Madisha said that there's a lady that wakes up at 5 a.m. to make her husband's lunch for work. And then Minze came in to repost the tweet and said that I've always been too lazy to wake up and get his lunch ready. But the day he told me a colleague brought 2 spoons so he will eat with her was the day I set my alarm for 4:50 a.m. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to what triggered her to set her alarm at 4:50 a.m. Okay, so I think someone else came in and said that I feel men will understand better. She just resumed there. She saw he wasn't bringing food and suddenly brought spoon. he came back home and told me about how she's being extra friendly. Okay, so let me bring it down. And then we'll come back to this, and then there's a lesson here. So please, if you are on YouTube watching, please don't go away, because there's a lot of lesson, especially for men, that we're going to learn from this post here. Now, so Nigerians have spoken as far as feminism is concerned. Nigerians have shown that they don't want feminism. And you know, it is like that. Just like LGBTQ and stuff, Africans by and large are telling their mind and they are making laws about it. So, this woman previously has done some posts actually saying that what she wanted for Christmas as a gift is a tabletop fridge, bedside fridge, and one or two things. So when people saw this beautiful message over here, that this woman said she has set her alarm to 4:30 a.m. at 4:50 a.m., people got touched and people started blessing her. Okay? People started blessing her. People started sending in gifts, money, phones, and everything. And within 24 hours, and what made Nigerians actually decided to bless this lady? So let me bring her face back. What made them decide to bless her was when a feminist tried to drag her, tried to disgrace her. Okay? And then that got Nigerians angered. And that feminist brought, I think, her room, her bed, posted her bed. Let me see if I can get it. So, okay. So this is her bed. So the feminist thought she was going to disgrace her by posting this. And then it caught fire. It caught fire busily. And then Nigeria says, we will not sit down for you to disgrace this woman. So this woman got more than a bed. People started sending them furnitures. This one from Yusuf Business Plan writer. He said, this might be small, but we decided to buy this sofa and a dining table set for Oga to comfortably eat at 4 a.m. Send details for delivery at Debbie OA. Okay, so people started sending because the feminists decided to disgrace this woman. They were living almost in a one-bedroom house, and you could see, if you look at the bed, it wasn't looking nice, but their life changed. This is the husband, and this is the room they were living in. If you look at the wall, it's nothing to write home about. You understand? If you look at the wall, this is the room they were living in. But as we speak, their life has totally changed. Okay? Their life has totally changed. The things that they are getting, they've got a new bed, they've got cooking utensils. Okay? This one too says at Minze, says you should pick any household needs of your choice. Okay, ceramic, Dina said, frame 2, silicone, spoons, and knife. So people are just coming in to bless this family. Okay, they never had this. But because the woman said she has set her alarm to 4:50 a.m., and then one feminist wanted to disgrace them, Nigerians decided to bless this family with everything they don't have. Now they have land, somebody has moved them into a temporary 2-bedroom house, a new bed frame, and Charlie, Charlie, what happened? Let me see. So the money, Assad 2-3 days ago, when it comes to money, she's got more than 2 million naira and still counting. And somebody also sent in iPhone 13. Okay, so this one says, "Dear Anon, thank you so much." That's Minze. "You will never know lack. God bless. God will bless everything you lay your hands on." And I sincerely appreciate this. And Jeffrey comes in, says that, "Good evening, Minze, Debbie OA. Anon just paid for iPhone 13. It might not be much. It might not be much compared to all the gifts you received today, but it is just a little way of saying that we care and you should take it." Okay, so somebody has also sent in iPhone 13 for herself and the husband. This type. Okay, you know, this is iPhone 13 mini. This type. Somebody has sent 2 to her and the husband and said they should pick a color of their choice. You see? Yes. Good. When you become a good person, a good wife, a good woman, it pays. That's what Nigerians are saying. So Nigerians got angry for the fact that the feminists wanted to disgrace this woman. And they say, "No, we will not allow you to disgrace this woman." So this is iPhone 13 that somebody has paid. This person, I think, was in the US, is in the US, paid for them to choose and then they sent to them. Okay? And for me, it is a win. It's a W for people who believe in marriage. People who believe in marriage. And this family did not have a good room. Okay? Now they've got a new dining set, sofa, and a beautiful room design. Everything within 24 hours. This is amazing. This is amazing. But I have an issue against this woman. Not too much, but it will be a lesson for men. If you're choosing a woman, and when you choose a woman, and when you are with a woman, certain things that you shouldn't take for granted. Okay? Yes. So somebody has just blessed them with this room designs for free, just for she being a traditional woman who is not ashamed to wake up at 3 or 4 a.m. to cook for the husband. Now, some of the goodies that the husband is also getting is that the husband is getting a new job. This was their old room where they used to sleep. It has changed. I couldn't download bring the pictures of the new bedroom. Okay, but this is the sitting area of the new place they are going to live. Okay, yes. And this company also comes in to say that I want everything to be on the screen so that you guys can be part of everything and experience it. Dear Debbie, we've reached out before and going and doing same again, hoping you see it this time. In the spirit of gifting a virtuous woman, I love the word, gifting a virtuous woman, we've read tweets that suggested either you or your husband are interested in navigating into tech and have also been gifted a Dell PC to that effect. We at DEXA are offering you 100% tuition-free access scholarship to learn any of the skills listed below on our platform: project management, cybersecurity, digital marketing, web design, human resource management. Do let us know your choice. Let's get you started. This is just beautiful. This is just beautiful. Okay? And As Jesus said in the Bible, if you are ashamed of me in front of my Father, if you are ashamed of me on earth, I'll be ashamed of you in front of my Father. Because she was not ashamed to say that she is a traditional woman and that she cooks for her husband at 4 a.m., this is what she's getting. So by January 6th, she started receiving 200,000 Naira in her bank account. And the gift kept coming. The gift kept coming. The gift just kept coming. Okay? So I told you. And so some people also decided to advertise their husbands. And this one, let me project it. Let me give it solo. Let's hear this woman too. This woman came in. She go by the name Ankara woman. And she said, helpers of destiny. My husband is a chartered accountant with over 15 years experience. I call him brainy. Bring that account. Tax audit. He go run Boy is good. Integrity is his best friend. You see? Myself in Alabama, Bobo Steak, what's his name? Maestro. We started this show on TikTok called The Men's Room. And on Men's Room 4, we dedicated it to married women who are not afraid. Who are not afraid to stand for their husbands or stand for marriage and family. And said, we will put our life and everything on the line to defend them. Okay? And that's the female nature. Women sometimes are afraid to touch on unpopular things unless they see that the first woman that did it was rewarded, was protected, because women themselves cannot fight for certain things alone. They need people, especially men, to make it work. And there's nothing wrong with that. So this woman realized that people are now blessing one good wife, and she decided to advertise for the husband to get more job. Because when the husband gets more job, if that husband is not sick in the head as a narcissist or a psychopath, it is the woman who enjoy most of the benefit. You understand? So we on the Men's Verse podcast, we stand for family, we stand for marriage, we stand for relationship, meaningful ones, of course. And we are against feminism, big time. Okay, yeah, so his company is registered and he needs more clients this 2024. May your heart desire come to pass. Yes. So that is the story of Minze. So, as at this time, 4 days ago, her account has reached 2 million Naira. So Minze writes, where is the tweet with my bank number again? Gansef, please, it's okay. I'm scared. She's never seen money like this before. You understand? Yes, that is it. Apart from the fact that she demonstrated a good wife character, this is how some people's life get changed within 24 hours. And that is hers on Twitter right there. Okay, so as I told you, when family, wives are winning like this, there are people who are not happy at all. There are people who are not happy at all when wives and family are winning. And they are always there. Those people are always there. And this conversation, this one blessing actually happened because a feminist wanted to drag this woman. So the feminists started going into her old tweets. And this should be a warning to all of us, the things we post online. They wanted to go and see if she has been posting something that does not portray a good wife. And all her old traits is just about a wife always praying for a good time for the husband and for the family. And finally, here we are. So the feminists were so bent on getting something negative to say, oh, she's not even a good wife, she's not even a traditional woman. But when they went into her account, they didn't find anything like that. All they saw was a woman that is always praying, doing the best to make sure that the husband and herself and their children get the best. But after that, when this woman started making waves, the feminists started talking their gibberish. And this time around, when you listen to the clip that I'm about to play for you, you realize that this feminist was not that comfortable, but she has to do it anyway. So let's hear what the feminists have to say about the whole thing.
Sola David to Robin Minze.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
It's our pleasure to have you here. And I know that you have an opinion. I mean, I've seen it come through during your time in the Big Brother house. I've seen it come through online. And I want to start off with something that has taken the internet by storm. I would like you to weigh in on that. And that's Debbie, aka Mommy Z. Now, who wakes up at 4:50 a.m. to make lunch for her husband to take to work. And that was because her husband said that there was a single co-worker who was cooking food at home and bringing to the office with an extra utensil and saying, come and eat. And so as not to be snatched, the woman felt that, no, I will wake up early. She didn't want to do it before, but she has started to wake up early to cook this food, make sure her husband has food so he doesn't have to be tempted by another woman's cooking. And Nigerians have reacted to the point that I've been seeing what my eyes can't believe. I've seen people donate money. I've seen companies jump in and they're handing out gifts. It's almost like Christmas all over again. And I'm wondering, going into 2024, is that the kind of wife that Nigerian women should emulate? Is that how God is going to bless you when you wake up?
Did you hear the question? Is that the kind of a wife Nigerian women should emulate? Of course. Of course. I'm telling you people, the world is going back. It's going back to when family traditions were intact. And if you don't know, and any feminist in Africa, they are going to see the West. That's what I see. You understand? That's what I see. But let's listen to what the feminists have to say.
Or should we be questioning why these donations are going on? Where do you stand on this?
I mean, first of all, I have to say that I really applaud her. I think it's very commendable to, be able to serve your partner like that. I think marriage is all about love, not even marriage. It's all about service to one another, right?
You see, she is replacing marriage with love. You know them by their this, their worst. You understand? Let's go.
The reason I say I commend her is because, she's doing something great. But you need to do that for a partner that is deserving of that type of action. That's where I stand. I'm sure for her to be able to...
First of all, you see, and this is the thing. Get this, guys. Feminists mostly do not get the man that is deserving of anything of them. They do not choose good men. Feminists are poor in selecting men. You understand? So they always jump to, you have to do it for... No, why on earth should you actually get married to a man that is not deserving of your time, your work, your sacrifice? So this statement shouldn't even come in here. But the reason why she's saying that, and I agree with her, is that most feminists are incapable of getting men that are deserving of their time. Why? Feminists mostly don't marry men they can respect. Feminists mostly marry men that in their mind are equal to them. and you can hardly respect a man that you are equal to. So a feminist cannot wake up to cook for a man at 4 a.m. You understand? Let's continue to listen to her.
That time to, I don't think it's just because of what her husband told her. I think it's because she's also thought about it and said, this man deserves this type of action. I mean, I've seen, backdated comments she's made praising him and all of that. If you have a partner that caters to you, caters to your needs, make sure that, you're happy, you're loved. I would wake up by 4 a.m. to cook. And I'm not even the best cook, but I would learn and I would serve my partner as long as I know that he's deserving of it.
As an African, why would I actually marry a woman who don't know how to cook? Because me, as a man, I know how to cook. But once you are in my life, I want to taste the food from your fingers. You understand? And you see, they use some of this platform to advertise themselves, but now the men, African men, wake up. You've seen what is happening in the US and the Western countries. And the men who go and work so hard and then waste their time and their money, resources on feminists. You see what happened to them.
Do that naturally, or will you do that as a response to your husband saying somebody else is bringing me lunch?
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't do that naturally. I wouldn't do that. And that's also because
Exactly. She can't do that naturally. It has to be, oh, the man is giving me all of this before. But this woman was not getting the thing this girl is going to demand in return to cook at 4 a.m.
And I intend to be a working wife. So if I have a 9 to 5, for example, and I also have to get to work early, I would assume that my husband loves me enough to not want to pull me through that. But if I'm a stay-at-home wife and I don't have a 9 to 5 to go to or anything, I'll wake up and cook for my husband if he's that type of partner. Do you understand? I will do it.
And let me say this, and this is why at a time where these feminists have more education, money, and all of that career, their intake of antidepressant drugs is on the roof. Why? Because women get satisfaction. They become happier, fulfilled when they serve their family. And the moment you put your career work in place of serving your family, you have the money, you have everything, you even have a husband, and that's what the men who don't check some of this arrangement, you end up being the man, the person that they are squeezing you like wet towel to get happiness from. They will never be happy. And men need to know this. And some young women need to know this. You cooking for a man, you are not doing him any favor. It actually helps you. It helps you psychologically. It helps you hormonally. It helps you to be happy. So men, never let any woman make you feel like they're doing you a favor by cooking for you. One, it should be a mandate. And I know some men, in 2024, I don't need a woman cooking for me. Yes, they are the men that will come and then write to her, the man's voice, my wife, my girlfriend. You are simps. So you cannot just articulate your wants, your needs. At the early stages of relationships, you just want a woman in your life. So you go and sing that gibberish. In 2024, as a man, I don't need a woman that can cook for me. We are here. And when you people come, we'll charge you before we help you. I'm telling you.
Now, with my present circumstance, I don't think that I would do that just because I also have somewhere to go to in the morning, the same way he has somewhere to go to. So we'll just have to find another alternative, like for him to feed. But I do appreciate that Nigerians are, rewarding her. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with them rewarding her at all. But I just think it's important.
Low-key feminists in Nigeria and around the world are not happy that a married woman has won. That the feminists who tried to drag this woman earlier have taken a big L. They've lost. And now she knows if she dare says that it is wrong for Nigerians to gift change this woman's and their husband's life, she will lose her career on TV and everything. She knows.
That if the woman also has a 9 to 5, I don't think it is fair for any partner to expect that she gets up by 4:30 to cook for him while she now starts getting ready and then prepares the kids and then starts getting ready to go to work. So it's not slavery, it's marriage. So that's where I stand.
You know, they can never speak about relationship and never bring slavery into it. A lot of women also do 9 to 5. They are doing that. They are cooking for their husbands and their kids in the morning before they go. Well, that is every man and their arrangement in their house. But this is where men should be careful. Sometimes we blame some women wrongly. How? You know you are a man that want a woman that can take care of certain things in the house. When you are selecting a mate, please don't go and pick a highly 9 to 5 woman and not discuss that. And then after marriage, you want her to do certain things that women that spend more time at home would do for you. If you bring it up after the marriage, you are not being fair to that woman, whether a feminist or non-feminist. You have to be fair here. So as a man, know yourself. What kind of home do you want? The kind of home you want will determine whether you will want a 9 to 5 woman or a woman that will do certain things that will make her spend more time at home rather than being in an office. Get these things calculated before you bring a woman into your life, especially in the area of marriage. Okay, so let's listen to her.
If the tables were turned, so there are other people on the other side of the argument that if it was her that was working and she came home and said her unmarried male colleague came with food and said she should start eating, and she came to tell her husband, 9 out of 10, is that husband going to wake up at 4 a.m.?
I doubt it.
What would he do?
I doubt it. But
so you see, it's a whole feminist panel, but it is what it is.
The thing is, I think in this part of the world, we focus too much on gender roles. I don't really believe in gender roles like that.
And that's why you're going to be single till 59. You understand? Yes, even in the West, it is the poor people who don't believe in gender roles. Aha. So, and some guys, because they want to enter the punani, they will come and say, oh, me, I don't care, and all of that. Be there.
Anybody that has the time to cater to them. If I'm working and my husband is a stay-at-home husband, and I come home and say, babe, see this.
And guys, may God forbid, unless maybe in the process of doing whatever work you do, you lose your work and you are home for a time. Never start a family on that note of you being a stay-at-home dad. Never, as a man, never do it. Especially as an African man. Don't. As a Ghanaian man, don't start a home, a family. Don't bring a woman into your home or move into a woman's house as a stay-at-home dad. Never, ever do it. Never, ever let it happen. Okay? Let's continue to listen to her.
Sharing their food with me, he can't say, okay, you know what, I'm not doing anything.
Will you expect him to actually respond like that? Or will you say, well, eat the food and save us money? Like Biggie.
I won't expect him to respond like that, to be honest. I won't expect my husband to wake up in the morning and go cook I wouldn't expect that. We'll probably just say, babe, see, don't worry, when you're going to work tomorrow morning, make sure you stop by and buy food or something like that. I wouldn't expect my husband to say, okay, don't worry, I'll get up by 4:30 and go cook for you.
So why don't you think Nigerians are looking at that and saying, why is the husband okay with this woman who enjoys sleep and is now waking up early to make this food? Why aren't we asking questions like, why can't he buy food? Why can't he pack his food himself? Why stress someone else's daughter at 4:50 a.m.
Also, buying food, he might not
stress someone's daughter. You see? So when we wake up and we are speaking, we are showing you the dangers the ugliness of feminism in Ghana, in Africa. People think, oh, it's a Western thing. This is a Nigerian television, and this is what they are discussing. But I thank God, majority of the people who have head on to this, they are going to pass away very soon. And the new wind that is blowing, because if the men change, if the men say, these are the women we want, feminists will go extinct. And Nigerians have spoken big time, saying that these are the wives we want. We don't want the feminists. We don't want someone like the one talking here.
What the financial situation is like, he might not be able to afford that. So some people rather cook at home because they can't afford to buy food. So that's one thing. But I mean, the story I have of the woman, I'm not sure if it's the correct story, but she doesn't work. Like, she's like a stay-at-home mom. So I mean, why? So I don't really think that is.
And you think
I don't think the man
should be giving money, banks should be.
Yes, actually, I think it's nice. I think it's nice sometimes to celebrate the things that are not very common these days. You know, these days everybody has a voice, and I'm not opposed to that. I am a feminist myself, right? To an extent.
It's okay. Sometimes listening to them gets a bit something else I don't want to mention here. Yes. So now let's go back to the original story. The original story that started everything. Okay? And then there's a game that I want to give to men here. Now, let me project the whole story bigger on the screen, and let's learn here. Now, let's start with the original story that made people come in to bless the this woman. So it started with Miss Madisha saying that there is a lady that wakes up at 5 a.m. to make her husband lunch for work. I think that Minze should look for that lady and also extend her blessing to her. And then Minze came in and said that I've always been too lazy to wake up and get his lunch ready. But the day he told me a colleague brought 2 spoons so he will eat with her was the day I set my alarm for 4:50 a.m. Guys, there's something here that we need to learn. Okay? Read it again. I'm enlarging it on the screen for you. There's something here. She said, I've always been too lazy to wake up and get his lunch ready. But the day he told me a colleague brought 2 spoons so he would eat with her was the day I set my alarm for 4:50 a.m. And she came back to say this. I feel men will understand better. She just resumed Dale. She saw he wasn't bringing food and suddenly brought spoon. He came back home and told me about how she's being extra friendly. Now, what is the take-home message for men here? For men here, there's a serious thing that we need to learn from here. Guys, women, in a relationship, in a marriage, the moment they feel too comfortable, they will destroy the relationship. I'm not saying give them hell, but women always give their best when there's a little bit of a sign of competition. Women actually do not take men that other women don't admire serious. These are unpopular sayings, but I have to say it. And this woman demonstrated it. Originally, she was not waking up to prepare the food. She does it once in a while. But the moment she realized that a colleague woman was bringing food and invited her husband to eat, she waked up at 4 to start cooking. Okay, so apart from what she said and what all the prayers, good prayers that she has done to the husband and all of that, the family, that now their life has changed, the big lesson here is let your girlfriends, your wives, and everything you give them. And this woman's tweet has demonstrated that if the husband was a guy that nobody liked, especially no woman liked as a friend, just a casual friend at the office, she wouldn't have taken the husband's food serious. So sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, when the other girls like you, let her know. I know the woman will not like this part, but it's a reality of life. And men, we also have things that put pressure on us to do good. We don't want to see the times where we don't have money to take care of the family. It put pressure on us to do more for our family. Where the home, the woman is the manager over there. So as men, there are other things that will put us on our toes. And as women, some of these things, when they realize that their husband is just a good man that other women like, they will do everything to get their attention to themselves. This, once again, may sound unpopular, but it is what it is. Okay? So, Minze, the woman here, her life has changed. The husband's life has changed. The husband is getting new jobs and all of that. Okay? So, good woman, don't hide yourself. Come out. The more you come out, it will chase the feminists into the bush. I know right now, all the feminists, they have a lot of things they would want to say in Nigeria, but if you say and you don't say it well, Twitter will come at you. My name is Kwabena Bibini Berema. You can call me DJ Fuad, the public enemy who is no one. On the 12th, we are resuming on TikTok. The 33 Men's Voice podcast is resuming on TikTok. If you've watched the video up to this time, do where to subscribe at Blacknificent Media on YouTube. Cheers.